Allah, YAHAWAH'S, and that's giving all praises to the infinite, inexplicable, who the world ignorantly calls God, whose name is Yahweh, and we do so in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose Hebrew name is YAHAWAH'S. Give me the book of Proverbs 1:22. We're going to get right into it. Give me the book of Amos 3:1. So again, we're living in a time of great deception. And the people that are deceived the most are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians that are scattered across the four corners of the world. We're going to let these cars go back by. So we got a lot of misinformation in America. For so long, we have been taught lies by the pink flesh entity, the PFE. And so even in these celebrations, a lot of our people don't even understand what they're celebrating. A lot of you may not have known that St. Patrick's Day, matter of fact, St. Patrick wasn't even Irish when you go into the history. St. Patrick was an Israelite, a so-called black man according to the scriptures. The so-called European doesn't have any identity. His identity is latched upon our misery. And so they have capitalized off of the forgotten children. And you're forgotten because our people don't know this. So bring this out.
Khan, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22.
Start at 21.
Verse 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Now what crieth in the chief place? What are we talking about here? We're talking about this wisdom, these teachings that the lost sheep of the house of Israel don't know about. And that's what we're doing out here. We're crying out in the chief place of concourse. Read on.
Let me start at verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets.
So that's what you're getting ready to get today. Unadulterated wisdom. Wisdom from the spirit of the infinite inexplicable, the great creator. So many of our people, while they're going around here mindlessly celebrating celebrations that they have no idea about, and that most of these celebrations, these are celebratory based on your demise. All right? Once again, we live in a time of misinformation, and it's time to dispel the lies that have been told to our people. In the new terms now, like woke, this is supposed to be a woke culture, but we're really awakened to lies. And that's why we're here to cry out in the streets and wisdom. The Bible bears record that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Right now, this is an information generation. This is a generation that's puffed up with information, but they don't have the wisdom. So we're here to give the sense of what these words are talking about. Hold what you got. Give me Nehemiah 8:8. Give me Nehemiah 8:8 and hold what you got. So we just want to lay a little foundation as to why we're out here. And we're out here for our people. Most of our people are under this misnomer that the so-called European, the PFE, has your best interests at heart. But let me ask you the question. If they won't teach you right, how will they treat you right? Are we being taught right? Are we being treated right still in 2024? Are we still fighting against the same injustices of yesterday? The answer is absolutely yes. The answer is absolutely yes. Bring it up. Hold on for a second. We're going to let this pass by. So we need to come and understand the truth, because we got to stop calling ourselves black men, black women, you know, and identifying with adultery, identifying with having a good goddamn time in America. We got to stop that. This mindless music that doesn't do anything but teach self-destruction and self-hatred. We got to get away from that. We got to get back to loving one another as the scriptures say. We got to start being concerned about our national stance. And most of our people are not. We're too busy fraternizing with the enemy. We don't have a national stance. We're too busy fraternizing with the same man that would consider you a bed warmer. You're too busy fraternizing with the same man that called your ancestors niggas, coons, and spooks. And you want to have affection for these people. That goes against the Bible. That goes against the Bible. Read what you got.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 8. So they read in the book of the law of God.
That's what we're doing. We're reading in the book of the law of the infinite inexplicable, the great and terrible power. He's bringing judgment to America. These nations have to pay for what they did to your ancestors, but we sit back here idly. We're so complicit. We want to enjoy the sun. How about the audacity of us to be comfortable in tribulation, man? We got to wake up to the fact of what was done to our ancestors. We don't care about our people. You know why? Because they reduced you down to nothing but docile animals, man. They have reduced you and lullabied the so-called Negro to sleep, where all he want to do is have fun in the sun. That's all he wants to do. The so-called Negro, all you got to do is give him a TikTok video and he's satisfied. Give me a beer and I'm all right. Give me some weed to smoke and I'll be okay. Just keep him docile, but he don't have the knowledge of the truth. According to the Bible, the truth shall make you free. How many so-called Negroes know the truth, know their identity? Then you're not free in America. Right. You're a free-range chicken in America, just waiting to go on somebody's grill, waiting to be dipped in the pot. Another fried so-called Negro, done, battered, ready for delivery. Read.
So they read in the book and the law of God distinctly and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
That's what our problem, don't understand the reading. We've been prophesied to by the pastor. Right. We've been reduced into mindless people that like blind sheep, man. But the only sheep that the Messiah is coming for is for the so-called Negro. All right? Give me that in Matthew 15:24. Read what you got.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Now, this word ain't spoken to everybody. This is specific. Specificity. This is specific to a certain group of people, and our people don't even know that that's you. You think you're equal to everybody. You know the problem with that thinking? Equal means the same. Even in the animal kingdom, you got different species of cats. You got different species of dogs. You got different species of birds, and they're not all the same. They don't have the same plight. They don't have the same characteristics. They don't fly the same. All right? Their feathers are not all alike. But you want to be in a paradigm of thinking that we're all the same. How's that worked out for the so-called Negro, man? Are we all the same? Are we treated alike? Does the NBA look the same? Does the NFL look the same? All the contributions to America and all the things that the so-called black man and black woman have contributed to America. Do you know the so-called European would still be eating out of skulls if we left them to themselves, man? We created everything from the traffic light to the hot plate to the iron to everything that's done that has some efficiency associated with it in America. We've done it. We built the White House. How the hell are we equal? Did we labor in this nation equally as the so-called European? Hell no. So why would you have an affiliation or association or any type of love for a man that has never acknowledged your work and his very existence?
That's right.
That's because we're blind to this truth, man. Read.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you.
So-called Negroes, wake up and hear this word, man. You've been docile for too long. How long are you going to suffer with a knee on your neck? It's time to gird up your loins like a man and fight in this kingdom, man. Or you're going to die like a coward. We ain't your average Negroes up here. We done read. We understand the writings of this book. We got the spirit of Denmark Vesey up here. We got the spirit of Nat Turner up here, man. We ain't playing no games. We're not coming out here to cause any violence, but we will defend ourselves to the letter, man. We're not going to take it anymore because the Most High doesn't want you to. You're the greatest people on the face of the earth. It's time that you start acting like it. Read.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
We got to accept that fact. We're different than everybody else. We're not equal. You're not the same. Get it out your head. These people don't desire for you to be equal. Even if they did, it's impossible because we're not the same. We don't look the same. Right. We don't talk the same. We don't walk the same. And the Most High has chosen us out of all the families of the earth That's why these things are befalling us. You ever wonder why all these problems, all these circumstances, all these dire straits we find ourselves in as a people? Well, it's written here in this Bible. And we need to awake to it so that to get these curses off of us. Read.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
And one of the iniquities that we're being punished for is for celebrating these heathen customs. Give me Jeremiah 10:1. Read what you got, Prince.
Con. Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said,
This is the Messiah speaking. This is your white Jesus. And first of all, he was never white. That's another lie that's being pushed. You think a skinny white man gonna deliver you from another white man? That's like believing that fat Santa Claus white man gonna get you out of your dire straits when it comes to Christmas. You know, he gonna bring all them toys. We got the same results. Nothing. Read.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
These are the only people that the Most High is dealing with. These are the only, we've always been the lost sheep. How are we lost? We've been lost with our identity. We've been lost into these adulterous practices. We've been lost as a people. We were supposed to love one another as ourselves, but we hate one another, according to the curses of the Bible. All right? The Most High told us that this would happen to us. The present condition that we're in right now, it was prophesied that we would be in these dire straits because we didn't listen. And our people still don't listen today. You know that these GMO foods are bad for you, but you still eat it. Most High gave us dietary laws. We know that the lifestyle that we're living is destructive to us, but we still do it. That's because we become sheep headed to the slaughter. Read what you got, Prince.
This is Ezekiel 34:16, verse 15. I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, saith Yahweh power. I will seek that which was lost, and bring again that which was driven away.
We were driven away. When were we driven away according to the scriptures? Well, we were driven away. Our first captivity was Israel. We were driven away in Egypt. 70 AD, we were driven away. And this is something that our people don't identify with. That is our history and culture. The Most High said he would seek for us. We're the lost sheep. The Messiah was a so-called Negro. He was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. And right here it reads in Matthew 15:24 that he only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why is this PFE trying to be all-inclusive when it comes to this Bible, but he's all-exclusive when it comes to your treatment? Somebody answer that question. We'll pack up and you'll never see us again. Give me a reasonable answer. The only time they start bringing out the Bible and want to be Bible thumpers at this Bible Belt is when they talk about, oh, we all the same, can't we all get along? But they don't treat you that way. They don't treat you that way. Try to get in this church as a so-called Negro today and tell them you need something. They got a chain on the damn church. That's how they feel about the so-called Negroes. They got a chain on it. And who are the people in need of reparations more than any people on the planet Earth? Who are the people that are in need of saving more than anybody else on the planet Earth? Who are the people you see walking in the streets today, homeless, more than anybody else? The so-called Negroes, man. But that happened for a reason. Read.
And will bind up that which was broken.
The Most High is going to bind up what was broken. You know what was broken? Our necks were broken on these trees. Our backs were broken by the crack of the whip of the slave master. We've been broken when we weren't treated equally to get a job. But you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Read what you got.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen.
Said what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Why we got all these so-called Negroes running around here with green on? What does it say?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
But you'll swear on the Bible that you love God. But right here, the Bible says, learn not the way of the heathen. Why are so many Negroes running around here on Glenwood Avenue with green on? Talk about happy St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Do you know that St. Patrick wasn't even Irish. See, our people don't study, man. St. Patrick was a so-called Negro. He's an Israelite.
Right.
These people don't have an original thought. They identify with everything crooked and evil. That's how you got here. Read.
Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
For the heathen. So there's a distinction between his people and the heathen. Again, I want y'all to focus on this word equal. The same. You're not the same. The Bible bears record that you're not. Read Deuteronomy. Finish that and give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
Verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain.
For the customs of the people that brought you over here against your will. The customs of the people that won't treat you right. The customs of the people that perpetuate self-hatred and genocide amongst our people. You're not supposed to learn their ways. And guess what they taught you? Christianity. Christianity is not biblical. Christianity is religious bondage. We're here to tell you the truth of the Bible. You say, well, why are you coming out the Bible? Because we don't see this as a religious book. This is a historical book. This is our Constitution. You were excluded from their Constitution. Guess what? They're excluded from yours.
That's right.
This is your book. And we're the only ones that should be handling it, but we don't identify with this, man. Read what you got.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe.
So this is even talking about the Christmas celebration. You're not even supposed to be partaking in any of these adulterous practices.
Right.
But that's what we do as a people, and that goes against the Bible. All right? So, again, our people are perish for lack of knowledge, and this is the knowledge that they don't have. And we're here to give that wisdom and understanding and a sense to these scriptures. They down Glenwood Avenue right now behaving like a buffoon with heathens, man. Wearing all green, talking about St. Patrick. First of all, St. Patrick wasn't even Irish. Patrick was born around 450 AD, just when Roman troops withdrew from Britain. His father was a gentleman and a Christian deacon who owned a small estate in a place called Barnavum Taburnai. Scholars aren't sure where this place was. It was probably on the west coast around Bristol, near the southern border of modern Wales and England. So what the hell are you celebrating? What are you celebrating? St. Patrick's Day, he won't even Irish. You would know him today, he was a so-called Negro. Everything that we do, they got to have a celebration about. You notice when we have an NBA celebration, when all these so-called Negroes win a championship, it's all these pink flesh entities in the street celebrating and jumping down like they did something. You ain't do nothing. What you happy for? Because our misery, because they work us like a packed mule. Our misery has always been their celebrations, man. We got to wake up to the fact. It don't matter if you get paid $1 million. You still got to comply. The more money you make in this nation, the more in compliance you are with your enemy. You should never trust your enemy, according to the Bible.
Right.
Who would let an enemy into your home? Who would let a rapist into your house full of women? A father. What type of father would do that? But we do that as a people when you trust this enemy, man. Read what you got.
Con. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones?
How long? How long you so-called Negroes gonna love this, man? Are y'all satisfied with America? Come on, man. You can't be. Now there's no real black man. Now there's no real black woman. Our ancestors will be turning over in their grave. Yeah, I can't believe these brothers still allowing knees on our necks. I still can't believe they still allowing so-called Negroes to be hung, our women to be shot in their houses while they watching TV. What type of man are you? Gonna sit back and watch this happen and play out and still singing Negro spirituals, we shall overcome. You need to overcome these heathen practices and stop fraternizing with the enemy.
Right, that's right.
Come on.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long are people gonna love simplicity? Read on.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
You don't want to hear this truth, but you rather party with your enemy like he give a damn about you. Ain't none of them rich white folk that got money down Glenwood Avenue gonna care a damn about your plight. All they want is your money. Yeah, come on in, we'll celebrate with you. Go ahead and drink. See, the thing we don't understand in this paradigm that everything you do promotes white supremacy. And that's what integration was all about. When you go to Walmart, guess who it promotes? White supremacy. When you go to the Christian church, I don't care if it's a bunch of Negroes in there, it still promotes white supremacy. That's why we got to come out of her, my people, and be not partakers of her sins, man. We got to leave this Babylonian state of existence alone. Read.
And fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof.
The Most High is asking the so-called Negro to turn at his reproof. It's time that you come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Come back to your identity. The Most High going to teach you how to eat right. The Most High going to teach you how to live right. The Most High is the only power, the infinite explicable, that cares about you. Don't none of these powers, Trump don't care about you. Biden don't care about you. The Democratic and Republican Party don't care about us. Need to wake up to that fact, man. Read on.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit.
I will what?
I will pour out my spirit.
That's what you see in the day. You see in the spirit of the Most High. Even Kanye West, they deem him as retarded and crazy, but he telling you that we the real Jews. We can't be anti-Semitic. Ain't nobody gone through what we've been through. How you gonna be the real Jews? You ain't never been in held captivity. You weren't brought over here in slave ships like the Bible bears record. You're not the people of Moses. You're none of those people. All the prophets were melanated men. Today they will be seen as so-called black men. Moses, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Hosea, Amos, all of them. The Messiah, everybody, Peter, Paul. And even St. Patrick. That's right. St. Nick, St. Patrick. Come on.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
So what's the spirit? The next question is the spirit. You may say, that brother's a little animated. Let's see what the Bible says. Give me John 6:63. Let's see what the spirit is. The words we're speaking to you are the spirit. These are spiritual. Y'all know these words to be truth because we are the only people that can identify with the oppression that's recorded in this Bible, man. And we need to wake up to the fact that we are the Israelites. We are God's chosen people, but we have been shells of ourselves. And it's time to come back to keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. We tried everything. We jumped through all their hoops. We built their buildings. We taught their children. We nursed their children. We've done everything for everybody else except ourselves. And what do we have to show for it? Another knee on your neck, man. That's right. We got to stop this. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
We're a holy people. Holy means set apart. You don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick was a black man. He was a so-called Negro, and he wasn't even Irish. So a lot of our people just ignorant, man. They don't know a damn thing. Don't know nothing. You celebrating your destruction because the true celebration of St. Patrick's Day is the institution of white supremacy by the way of Christianity. That's all it is. Y'all, somebody tell me that Christianity ain't white supremacy. How you gonna put a white man up, put this, give me this. You gonna put this image up. And for centuries, said that this was was the Messiah. The greatest man that lived, a so-called Negro, you're going to say that this white man that actually lived, this is Caesar Borgia, the illegitimate son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. This is an actual man that lived. And this is the image that was pushed on our people for white supremacy, for control. So every time the so-called Negro went down to pray, he seen master. That's what it's for. And they got you under control. You go to church, you just go, oh yeah, we going to church. Can anything change? No, you still sick. You still being oppressed. You still hated. You would think by now, after all the bowing down and submitting to this image, that they would love you. They hate your guts because they are never a people that were supposed to be for your support or be equal for you. They were sent for your punishment to do exactly what they're doing even to this very day.
That's right.
Read.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 63.
Bring it out.
It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing.
Our fleshly desires, because that's all they feed to you. Bad foods, bad liquor. I can't believe even some of our people still going to the white man to help them in their infirmities. Man, that's the last please don't. Why you used to think so-called Negroes was like, I don't want to go to the hospital. And that's right thinking. Don't nobody want to go to a damn Dr. Kevorkian to kill you. These people don't have your best interest involved. They'll kill their own people for a piece of change. This man will do something strange for a piece of change. That's what our people do. Our people, we just like them now. We'll do something strange for a piece of change. We done lost all morality. We done lost all, it used to be word is bond. It used to be our confession would match our conduct. Now none of that matters, man. You can't trust a Negro as far as you could throw him. But we learned that behavior, man. We learned that behavior. Used to be a time you say black power, you put your hands up, we'd be proud. Now we tucking tail and running and celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Man, if I see another green hat on a so-called Negro, I don't know what I'm going to do. You look like a leprechaun out here, man, with skinny jeans on. Go ahead, read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people.
That means set apart. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
I want y'all, beloved, because I love my people. I want y'all to, that's why we out here. I want y'all to realize that you're better than everybody else. Start acting like it. The Bible says it. The Bible says you're better. And you know the saddest thing that we watch as men that know this truth is to see our people say, no, I ain't better than nobody else. Oh, I'm all the same. We all the same. Well, that is the saddest thing to see a king act like a peasant. A princess to act like a whore. That is the saddest thing to see. But this is the plight of our people because we won't listen to the Creator. We won't do what he says. Read it again from the top.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
Say that again.
Above all people.
Does that sound like equal? Yeah, read again.
Above all people.
We reading out the same Bible that's on many of our people's shelves collecting dust.
Right.
Deuteronomy 76. You can't make this up, man. Give me 2 Ezra 6 and 56. What did I have you holding?
I was in Proverbs 122.
Okay, give me 2 Ezra 6 and 56. We're going to put the nail on the coffin. I'm going to let the next powerful speaker come and further edify you. I know I've been talking for a minute, but some things just got to be said. Read.
Khan, this is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 56.
Bring it out.
And for the other people, which also come of Adam.
So give the verse above. We all come from Adam. That is true. But there's a distinction. So I don't ever want to hear a so-called Negro talk about you equal to everybody else. Does the Chinese man see you as equal? When the so-called Chinese man go around and say, the Negro is equal to us. He sell you bad fried rice and dirty chicken wings.
Right.
And you know them chicken wings dirty. You know that grease is filthy dirty and the chicken been dropped on the floor and they done put it back in the bag. You know we did. Because it may be dog chicken. It still got the feathers on some of them, man. I wouldn't eat from there. You couldn't pay me. I turn it to a squirrel diet before I eat in another Chinese restaurant. Them people don't care about you. Read.
This is 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. After these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Now, we all come from that. We don't disagree, but let's hear the rest. Let's hear the conclusion of the matter. Read.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
See, we don't know who the chosen people. Everybody can't be chosen.
Right.
Everybody, and that's why the Christian church and the lying prophet liar, he's telling you that we're all equal to keep you docile when the Bible records that we are superior. We are the superior race. I am a racist, and I'm proud. I love my race.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong, but we're not supremacists. That's a difference. We've been chosen to be this special people. Come on.
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
So the world is made for our sakes. Who is he talking about here? This is an Israelite talking to Israelites. John 3:16 is talking about Israelites. That's not a conversation to the world.
Right.
That's not him saying he loved everybody in the world. It's the world of Israelites. He made this world for us to rule. Read.
Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
That they are what?
That they are nothing.
That they are what?
That they are nothing.
That they are what?
That they are nothing.
That's written in the Bible. And see, our people we don't believe that. We're equal. I love Mr. White Man, Mr. White Girl. Please let them come to salvation with us because they need saving, right? That's a joke. What does the so-called European need saving from? Well,
The sun.
how? Yeah, the sun. That's about. And what you gonna save them from the sun? You gonna give them some of your melanin? That's how much you love the sun? This is embarrassing, man. Everybody else got their book and their heritage. We the only people that want to share ours with the whole world.
Right.
Bring it up.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17.
Bring it out.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
He didn't say everybody. Read.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
So that's our world, not this present world. That's our world. So the world. So let's bring that out again. Read verse 50, and then I'm gonna end on that. Read 54 again.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54.
Bring it out.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So the Most High has chosen a special people out of everybody else, and we just happen to be it. We can't help that. Y'all just accept that fact. You better than everybody else. Everything we do, everything we touch, even in our fallen state, they still want to be like us. They hate you because they ain't you, right? Come on.
As this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Read on.
As for the other people,
So now let's talk about the other people. Read.
which also come of Adam,
That's all the other nations that oppressed you. Read.
thou hast said that they are nothing.
That they are what?
That they are nothing.
The other nations are what?
Are nothing.
Read on.
But be like unto spittle,
Puh. Come on.
and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Come on.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen,
These what? What are the other nations before us?
these heathen,
And that's why we practicing heathen customs.
Right.
Come on.
Khan, which have ever been reputed as nothing,
They've always been nothing. They've been here to punish you into submission so you would wake up to your true power. That's the reason why that's why equality will never work. It will never work. These people were meant to punish you because we rejected the laws, statutes, and commandments. You didn't want the Most High to be your power. Well, he's going to make your enemy your power.
That's right.
The one you were supposed to rule over, now he ruling over you. That's how it goes. Read.
have begun to be lords over us.
It reads it right there. He said these people who have always been nothing, the pink flesh entity has always been nothing. Always been nothing. What is his history? What is his culture? Rape, robbery, and murder. Right. If you're going to celebrate, that's what you need to celebrate. Rape, robbery, and murder, because that's all they've done. Pilgrimages of destruction. Right. Read.
Khan, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Verse 58, but we, thy people.
We what?
Thy people.
Read on.
Whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands.
That's where we find ourselves today. This is right in the Bible. You're in this predicament not because man put you here, because the infinite, inexplicable, the Creator put the so-called Negro in these conditions because we would not hearken unto his voice. Read.
This is Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked.
Deliver my what?
My soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Which is thy sword. So the Most High has used these wicked people to be an instrument of cruelty, a sword, because we rejected him. But now it's time that we wake up, beloved. This is our time now to wake up, because at one time, for many centuries, we didn't know who we were. We only identified with a continent called Africa. Do you know the northern tip of Africa is Israel? And they just happily, conveniently leave that out. But I'm going to let the next speaker come further edify you. And with that, I say shalom.